Hello, I am Mehin Hacıyeva and you are watching English news program on Azərbaycan Televiziya. A bilateral meeting was held between the parliamentary delegations of Azerbaijan and Armenia. The meeting took place within the framework of the 23rd autumn session of the OSCE Parliamentary Assembly held in Istanbul. The parties, noting the positive role of the Washington summit, exchanged views on the next steps taken towards strengthening peace between Azerbaijan and Armenia, as well as the importance of support from the parliaments of both countries for this process. An office of the Euronews television channel has officially opened in Baku. The inauguration event brought together media representatives, diplomats and officials. Speaking at the ceremony, chairman of the board of directors of Euronews, Pedro Vargas David, stated that as an independent and neutral media outlet, the channel has often faced pressure in Europe due to its balanced coverage of Azerbaijan. He emphasized that the opening of the Baku office marks a new stage in strengthening Euronews' presence in the region. The sides also discussed prospects for expanding future cooperation.
Euronews is a leading European news channel broadcasting in 20 languages with a monthly global audience of more than 145 million people.
At Euronews, there are no Muslims and no Christians.
Chairman of the board of directors of Euronews, Pedro Vargas David, emphasized that the opening of the office in Baku is an important milestone symbolizing the strengthening of the channel's position in the region and the continuation of cooperation with Azerbaijan in the objective and impartial coverage of events.
The Baku office editorial team will consist of 15 employees, half of whom have already been recruited. We will continue to attract journalists from abroad. However, our long-term goal is to gradually expand the participation of local staff. We want to see more Azerbaijani journalists, both in this office and within the Euronews structure in general.
Pedro Vargas David stressed that the Euronews editorial office has repeatedly been subjected to pressure in Europe due to projects carried out jointly with Azerbaijan. Despite this, the channel firmly adhered to its priorities and understood the strategic importance of cooperation with Azerbaijan.
Our balanced position on Azerbaijan was not accepted. Protests were held in front of our main office. There were attacks on the emails of our journalists. When the news reported Shusha, Azerbaijan, we received countless letters asking why we were referring to Shusha as Azerbaijani territory. We explained that international law recognizes this territory as Azerbaijani land. Azerbaijan is a daily, essential solution for our energy sector, supplies and future. It's a secular state, a rapidly developing country. It possesses significant industrial resources and is full of self-confidence.
Noting the successful cooperation with Azerbaijan Tourism Board, Pedro Vargas David said that this season Euronews will feature many materials about tourism in Azerbaijan. During the event, jointly implemented media projects were also presented, and the filming of the next episode of the Eurasia Talks program dedicated to the political, economic and social processes in Central Asia and the South Caucasus took place.
Over the 9 months of this year, the volume of trade transactions between Azerbaijan and the US reached $1,059 million compared with the identical period of 2024. This is more by $19.7 million or 1.9%. The volume of trade turnover with the US amounted to 2.59% of Azerbaijan overall trade turnover. The USA is ranked 6th among the countries with which Azerbaijan has the most trade turnover. It should be noted that from January to October of 2025, Azerbaijan made transactions with the foreign countries in the amount of $40,862 million. This is more by $1.5 billion or 3.8% compared to the identical period of last year. Great return to the territories liberated from the occupation continues. On November 18th, another 37 families returned to Horovlu village of Jabrail.
Another group of former IDPs returned to Horovlu village of Jabrail district on November 18th. At this stage, 37 families made of 160 people returned to the village. All the necessary conditions have been established here for the convenient life of village residents.
That was all for today. Thank you for being with us. Goodbye.